C.J. Mosier, proposed constitution. I'm asking for a response of either yes or no to the question. Are you willing to allow the proposed constitution to go to the voters as written? Yes or no? If you answered no, please explain why. Please be specific, giving article and subparagraph that you disagree with. And then tell me how you would change that specific item to make it acceptable to you so it benefits the tribe as a whole. Now, we talked about on this, but just you can...
Well, when I worked on the Constitution and we turned that over to the board, I was absolutely 100% for put it to the people. That's what I thought we were doing, but it didn't happen that way. Now, when it came back to the board, an issue was brought up that this Constitution might jeopardize some relationships that we have with our banks. I want to know how. And if those things are answered and we make sure that this document doesn't impair that, because we have to make sure that we're safe. You know, all these other things in there, separation of powers, everything that's defined in there, there's good stuff in there. It's not a perfect document. But I'm not going to say yes until I know that our finances are safe. If I know that, let the people decide.
And you're willing to vote, let it go
Yes,
through, right?
yes.
Okay. Okay, here's another. If one person, male or female, this is Deborah Long, I'm sorry. If one person, male or female, was going to Vegas to get the most education from the conference, who do you think it should be?
She wants to know specifically who it should be.
To get the most, probably into what you're in education, somebody is in something else.
I think that every person who's been elected to that board is capable of getting involved in economic development and going to any seminar on that and bringing back information. I think we're all competent for that. There are people who are more specifically oriented to that. Let them go. I'm not focusing on economic development, but anybody on that board, I would be comfortable with them going. I wouldn't recommend one over the other.
Okay. Deborah Long, since being seated on the board, can you name 3 big ways directors can personally spend less of tribal dollars?
3 big ways to spend less, personally.
It doesn't say personally, it just...
Or just 3 big ways?
Mm-hmm. I think you just kind of did one right there. With the Vegas trip?
Yeah, the Vegas trip, the use of more efficient technology, you know, being able to use things like this for Skype, talking to people face to face this way instead of traveling. We don't need to do that. Carpool, you know, I don't know about these saving big dollars. I think for the big dollars we need to look at efficiencies of what we're doing in our enterprises. From everybody, every single job function needs to be evaluated. For those duplications, like my job is to check, is this person doing their job? Those things need to be looked at. And we're headed that way.
Okay, that's 2.
That's 2. Third one. I'm thinking of lots of small ones, but I'm trying to think of a big one. Because health is freestanding, so there's nothing to do there. You know,
Okay,
more third-party billings would be great.
What about these people that make over $100,000 for Sault Ste. Marie area and...
Well, that's what I was meaning for looking at jobs and evaluating what are they doing. And we're getting there. We're going to be looking at everything. What do you do? What are you paid to do? You know, there's a lot of things that have made me go, what?
And carpooling, you mentioned too.
Yeah, and little things like I shared a room with Kathy.
Like even price of gas, why not just the employees do it, the employees have to do it. And they carpool.
Well, I've carpooled, and it's rare that I go anywhere by myself unless I'm going somewhere
A
else from
smaller
there.
bus, fill it up, and then go down to Lansing or
Yeah,
Detroit or
yeah.
whatever you have to do instead of filling up 12 cars, 13 cars.
And you know, this board that we've got now, we talk about those things, we do those things, and maybe the membership isn't so aware, but it's just common sense. Common sense is dictating and driving what we're doing. You know, I can't speak for the rest of them, but I know I have seen our directors from the western districts, the units, they come all piled up in a car. They're not traveling singly. I mean, we're doing those kinds of things. And we talk on what can we do to save money and what can we do. We're doing those things. There's small amounts and it's not real visible but we're focusing on
But
big
it adds
things.
up, though.
But it's adding up and we're doing those kinds of things.
Okay. Okay. Jack Black, what are your feelings about the Lansing Casino?
Lansing Casino. I think that the Lansing Casino is a unique opportunity for the reasons that it's exercising our sovereignty through the lands claims issue, where it dictates that land bought with these dollars shall be put into trust. This is a big test of that law in our ability to determine for ourselves where we will have land and how it will be held. I think that it's also a unique opportunity because not only does the city want us there, but they're running interference to help us get there. And that's a unique situation. Do I think that it's probably the best place to put a casino? Maybe not. But we're overcoming a lot of things there. Now, I was interested in it from a sovereignty issue because I think that this is an excellent test of that law. And I think that going someplace where you've got big power people helping you to get there is a unique opportunity. Doesn't mean there won't be other ones.
Is it anything like Greektown?
God, no. No, I didn't. I was against Greektown from the beginning. But what I'm seeing with Lansing, these people seem straight on the up and up, and they're not getting into this personally. This is the mayor of Lansing wanting this for his people. I mean, if you think about it, he's doing for his people what we're trying to do for ours.
Is there any investments for $24,000 that I can possibly get into? You want to give me a heads up
Not
on
that
that
I'm
one?
aware of. And you know, and I asked the investors, point blank, you know, why are you doing this?
No, we talking about Lansing or
Lansing.
Detroit? Okay.
And I said, oh, I did Lansing. I asked them, why are you doing this? And it boils down to they're doing for their people, the city of Lansing, what we want to do for our people. We want them to prosper. And you know, who can fault them for that? Will the investors make money? Probably. I mean, that's their business. That's what they do.
Okay,
But they're
how
doing
much
it
money
because
do you
of
have to invest? To be an investor.
You want to be in the 24,000
I want to be in
club?
the ground floor here.
Well, I've stepped out of the Lansing issue and probably won't get involved again until it gets to the test for the land. That's where my interest is.
Now, actually, really, this is a perfectly logical question here. Can any of the tribal members invest, or anybody of the tribal members invest in the, like, pool their money together and put an investment in that? And get the big payouts later?
Wow, that's an interesting thought. I don't know. Let's ask Aaron.
Okay.
Let's ask our
That's a good
attorneys.
question.
It's a good question.
Yes, it is.
Can individual tribal members, I imagine you could create your own investment company and support the operation and opening of a casino. Why couldn't you? I mean, non-Indian people can do it. Why can't Indians do it?
That's what I say. Here. Okay, Rain Walker. What is your opinion on open enrollment and how does the tribe benefit from denying access to those descendants who are waiting to be recognized? Which it comes down to the Constitution again, so.
Right, yeah, that goes back into the Constitution.
Okay, you want to fill her in again?
How does the tribe benefit from having it closed?
What is your opinion on open enrollment, and how does the tribe benefit from denying access to those descendants who are waiting to be recognized?
The only thing that I can see the tribe benefiting from closing enrollment, from not having it open, is there's maybe a financial benefit. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Open enrollment and closed enrollments, I'm not sure what my opinion on that is. It's defined.
What she's trying to say is do the people that are not tribal members, that because they can't get a tribal card, are they being used to get grants in that?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, how could they be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do know that there are situations with families. In fact, I'm helping a family right now with this. 3 of the children are tribal members and 1 of them are not. How is it fair that this adult child can't get their membership because their parents didn't register them before they were 18? How is that fair? But enrollment is closed. What can we do?
Constitution.
So, that's where, that's
Constitution, right?
That's another issue that needs to be addressed and fixed.
Okay. Nathan Wright, how do you believe the Sioux Tribe Guide has helped our tribe?
The Sioux Tribe Guide has given people a voice that they didn't have before. That's what it's done.
Okay. Okay, Jacqueline Kirby McCurchie. How do you feel about number 1, the new Constitution, 2, separation of powers, 3, and half the pay to help out our tribe to get out of the red?
Okay, the new Constitution, I guess
You
we've
touched
covered
on
that quite a few times.
So you're for it if...
I'm for the Constitution that we put forward from the Constitution Committee, but with that one condition that we've got to make sure that it's not financially damaging.
Okay, and separation of powers.
Separation of powers, it's in that Constitution.
It's in the Constitution. And half the pay to help out our tribe get out of the red.
I think it would be wonderful if everybody who worked for the tribe were to cut their pay, but that's not reasonable. I'm following suit with the chairman, with what he's doing.
By helping people and...
Yeah, we've had lots of conversations about this. And what I feel is I want to be able to help people when I want to help them. We have so many people that don't qualify for assistance, but it doesn't mean they don't need help.
So if I come up to you and said, Jennifer, I need $10,000, would you give it to me?
I don't have $10,000 to give. And
I want to invest in the Lansing Casino.
But it takes away, I think that doing that is going to hurt people if we do that.
Well, Aaron had a point that if it's thrown back into the pile,
right,
you'll never see it.
But
is there some way that you're tallying it up and if you can all, like...
No.
No?
When I do it, I just do it. I don't keep track. I'm not using it for tax deductions. I have a generous heart. And from the time that I've become elected, the amount of money that I've given away is already in the thousands.
I wasn't here, Jennifer. I'm telling you what, I could have invested in it.
I don't tell people about it. It's no one's business really whom I'm helping.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to even talk about what the circumstances are because Indian country's small, and I won't do it.
Yeah.
I won't talk about that. But I've helped a lot of people. I've given out a lot of money.